Okay. I think it might be working. Well, see the previews there. Hello, Knapp. It's working. Yes, nice. Very nice. I thought I would be streaming just for a moment, well, for a few hours before dinner. I don't know if the sound level is good enough, or you'll just have to tell me. Well, my setup is messed up here because I had to change to the resizable window, and that's why there's like a black bar at the top as well. But it should work like this anyway. So this is also out of order. Well, I guess I can't move it anyway. I can move these things. I don't like when these like folders groups get out of order. Hello, Red Viper. Welcome. Could use some noise filters. Yeah, probably. I don't know what's on this mic at the moment actually at all. If there is anything on it, because I just copied the previous. There is a noise gate and there is some noise suppression. I'll have to fiddle with that sometime. But what I thought I'd just do now is that I have, well, actually, I'll go and show you what I'm doing here. You need to do your priest things. Yeah, there's always something to do in Wurm. What god are you priest to, Red Viper? Yeah, what deity? So this is the mine here. Oh, Foe, nice. I'm a follower of Foe. Of course, the best deity. So here I have started digging out a little bit more in my mine because I want to make a bit of a garage here and have a bit of storage. Because it got so narrow when I only had one tile wide. So the problem is that when you dig, then it randomizes the tile borders here. The new tile. So while this one is flat, this one is too sloped down, so I need to put concrete in this corner to raise it. And well, raising, I mean making concrete is annoying because you need lye and you need mortar, and the mortar is pretty fine actually, but the lye is the problem because you need a lot of ash. So let's go over here and see. I started a lot of campfires over here and they have now burnt out, so now I have ash lying everywhere on the ground here. And here as well in my piles of grindstones left behind when I was grinding. Well, there were two on that one. Maybe I missed some before. When I was grinding my masonry up to 30 to be able to build stone buildings. Oh. So now I have 24 ash here. Put this one up too. So then I'm going to combine that with the water and to make lye. Also here I'm trying out, if you're wondering why I have rounded stone brick here and sandstone brick here, it's just because I'm trying out which one I should use. And Knapp said he liked this one better. But I think I like this one better. But I'm still not sure. We have, of course, you can make rounded stone from just stone. But we also have sandstone pretty close. So I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't lie to you. Oh, and also I was really happy to see that my beehive got occupied by bees. It was on the other side of the island. I found a beehive that was 36 quality, so I could actually make a beehive that was higher quality, so I could capture the bees or lure them into, tempt them into moving into this one because it's higher quality. So now they live here and they tend to my crops. Well, they don't tend to them. They pollinate them, I guess. I'm on Harmony and the island here. I don't know what this island would be called yet. I haven't heard anyone giving it a name. I can remove this beehive one now. So you can see here is my deed, and here about was the beehive. So I went back and forth here a few times until they actually moved in. Oh, you're on Melody next to the giant main lake. Okay. This one up here? Or just this inland lake? I don't know. Would this be called a lake? Is this open there? Yeah, this one on top here. Okay. Yeah, I thought about moving to Melody before when it opened, but okay, so it's this one. Okay, looks nice. I have been to Melody once because I had a friend who started playing and they accidentally chose to go to Melody. So I had to go over to Melody and sail over here, pick them up and then go back here again. But that was fine. Then I got to see some of Melody. This island should have a dwarfy name like Iron Rock. This island? Well, I don't know. Are there that many dwarves? It is actually... The stone layer is pretty... the rock layer is pretty close to the surface. You can't dig very much until you hit the rock. Okay, 2 canals. Oh, hello Massimo. Welcome to the stream. Did you shout, Knapp? Maybe you wrote in caps? Let's see, so there are canals being made. To the main river and another to the ocean. Okay, so one here, I'm guessing, on this little straight here. And then another one going out through here. That makes sense. That would make it a lot easier to, I mean, especially the canal here. If you want to go to another server, would make it a lot closer to get out. Yeah, I like that people are building canals already. Okay, so let's get to this lie making then. This lying I'm going to do here. So how I do it is I just stand on this spot so I can get water. But let's see. Oh, this one moved. I usually have this over here, and then I have this up here. But I can see here I have 1 hour 19 minutes of sleep bonus, so I want to improve my natural what's it called? Natural solutions. Now it's called alchemy substances, natural substances. There are a lot of those, so I kind of want to improve it a little bit. Let's use some sleep bonus here. And what we'll do is, oh, maybe I started a bit early. I hadn't put these in yet. So I just do like this. So now if it succeeds, it will use all of the water and make 1 kilo of lye. So I'll have to move that down. If it fails, though, it will try again. It will just use a bit of the ash and it will try again. Yellow Hunt and Sinjor are insane with their deeds, but they're so helpful. A Gene Hunt, of course. Gene Hunt owns the northern canal and Sinjor the south on the lake. Okay, nice. Very nice to have nice neighbors. Now I move this down and I get more water. Move the water here and go again. There we go. I think I have some nice neighbors here as well. Firstly, of course, closest we have Knapp up here. I can't really find it now with my mouse, but it's up there inside the mountain. And further away this direction we have Sharkbury with Typhon and Pickalicious and all their alts, and they have made a nice little deed over here. And we have we've begun building a road or highway between, or actually along the island, like from north to south. So we've started building it somewhere like here. And then other people can continue it south, and then we will go up north. They've already started building here somewhere. Oh yeah, when you're a folk priest you can't cut down trees. That's kind of the main reason, except for the improving. I think that's a bit harsh maybe, that you can't improve items as a priest. But that's one of the main reasons why I didn't become make this character a priest. And I don't really have any alts, so it would be an all or nothing. I think that's a bit harsh actually, not being able to improve items as a priest. Otherwise I would probably have gone into priesting a bit. For foe, of course. Okay, and then we get more water again, and then I mean, you kind of get into the swing of this after a little while. Yeah, exactly. Improving is such a big feature, such a big thing in the game, that when you can't do that, it takes away a lot from the actual gameplay. Of course, you gain a lot with the spells and such as when being a priest. And some passives as well, at least for foe. But I think the improving thing is a bit harsh. And now they're doing so many changes, it seems, for the priests. Maybe they will reconsider, I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Hey, this is actually going pretty well, but maybe I shouldn't say that. I'm just gonna start failing. Even with Ash, that's 2.9 quality. I favor follower for the perks. Do you get more perks with higher favor? I think I am 26 or something like that. I have 26, let's see where we are at. 27 now. Because I pray usually once a day at least. So I'm at 27. At least I get the passive bonuses. So I know I get the healing bonus as a follower of foe, and also stamina refresh bonus. And I've definitely noticed the healing bonus, because when I'm out in the forest and I get attacked by like bears and wolves and other creatures of the woods, I seem to heal very quickly. Of course, it's just mostly like light wounds, but still, it seems pretty apparent to me that it's working. Oh, now it failed 3 times. It's coming back now, back around to the failures. But since I have so much water here, I can just continue, even when it fails. Oh, is it the last ash now? No? Okay, it says 7. Never mind. I do need to eat something as well, though, because my food is going down a bit. Oh, and I'm also on the path of love for meditation. And mostly for like the level 4 and level 7 perks of the path. Because at level 4 you get the refresh ability, which means that you can just set yourself to 100% water, food and nutrition, or 99% nutrition, I guess, once a day or once every 18 hours or something, which is very handy. And then at level 7 you get the, what's it called? Because it's just called enchant. And then you can enchant grass and trees. And the grass enchanting is especially useful, because then the animals don't eat up all the grass and just make it into packed dirt, which is pretty annoying. And you heal faster around as well, which is, I guess, side bonus. Oh, you haven't been focusing too much in meditation. There's a lot of things to focus on in this game for sure. Full healer focus. Oh, nice. Well, then Path of Love is perfect fit, I guess. Because I think you get some kind of like 50% extra healing or something at some point. Much further down the line, like in 120 days or something. But I guess you can get enlightened by the path leaders as well. When we get some of those. Okay, there we go. So now we've done the lie. 17.45 lie. That's more than I've gotten in any previous batch, I think. So what we need to do now is we need to combine this with the mortar, which I think I have down here in the mine. I think I put it in this BSB over here. Mortar. Wait, what? 2 mortar? 3. Is that all? Is there any just lying around here? Did I put it in here? I did also lose my lantern somehow. I don't know where that went. Ah, well. Guess we'll have to make some more mortar as well then. Oh yeah, getting to level 15 was a bit of a chore, I thought. I don't like the grind, really. I prefer to avoid grinding as much as possible. Let's go get something to eat first. Lying around? No, I've got it here. I've got it here in my small barrel. Let's have something to eat and drink. So we've got some. I've got so many furs here, waiting for someone to need a bed. I don't know. We can take 6 maybe to get some ash from this. So one trick here, get my shovel, is to clean the oven. Of course, I think if you have worked with ash, then you know you should clean your oven regularly. Because if you don't, I guess it gets burnt up. I don't know. But if you've had your oven running or forge for 30 minutes at least, I think it is, then you can clean it afterwards with a shovel when it's cold. Oh, here comes Knapp. Let's light this. Don't have a kindling. Oh, that's something, of course, I have to do first. Let's make a kindling, and then we can light this, and then we can combine these and burn those just for the duration. And I'm using birch wood scrap here as well. That's another tip, that you can activate the birch wood scrap and combine it with your other wood scraps to get all of them into birch. And birch burns twice as long, so you get twice as much out of it. Let's see here. We got some moldy spaghetti bolognese. Not eating that. We have some pizzas here. So this one is a fine carpentry pizza, so I'll eat the other one, which is mind speed, I think. It was just a random one, so well, wait until it's hot. Oh, you're starting one of the magic paths, Red Viper? You mean magic paths? Do you mean a sorcery? I don't know much about that. Don't you need to get a book or something to do anything with sorcery? Or do you mean for priesting? Come on. Heat up. Now we got 3 more ash anyway. Okay, yeah, sorcery, yeah. As I understood it, you need to get some tomes, but I have no idea where to get tomes from. I thought, I mean, maybe you can buy them with marks or something. Otherwise, I thought it was just maybe through some events like rifts or something. I don't know. It seems cool though. Sorcery. Okay, yeah, you can buy random ones with marks. Okay, that makes sense. And I guess all of them are good in some way, or most of them, and then you hope you get one of the good ones. Okay, there we go. Now we have full water and food, and also calories, carbs, fats, and proteins. Not sleep bonus though. Let's go over to see. Is Knapp logged in? Oh, he's coming here. Okay. I thought we were going to go over there to check out his mine. But he's going over here to do something. Maybe he's improving his boat. Oh, you want it for the title? Oh, you get a title if you learn a spell? A sorcery spell? You get the sorcerer title then maybe. I think I saw someone have that, but I think it was maybe on Fabricant's stream recently. So it was on one of the old servers. Let's have a little bit of a prey to foe. Oh. Yeah, we can check out Knapp's mine. I mean, if you're not busy, we can do that. I think it would be cool. Make this a little bit bigger. I'm just gonna finish my prayer. There we go. Okay. Let's go. It's not very far. You get different titles based on the spell. Okay. The black tome you get Necromancer, green tome you get Wargmaster. Oh, nice. Oh, the green one is when you can summon wargs, is it? And the black one you can summon skeletons? Can't really remember. I read up on them a little bit before, but I just thought that I'll never get the tome, so I won't bother about learning them. Or maybe, I mean, maybe I will in like a few years or something. But it's not something I feel like I have to remember just right now. So this road here, I built this cobblestone road. One of the first things that he built over here. Oh, you only had poor logs. I think there was someone who left logs at the end of our walnut forest, or like in the middle there's kind of a clearing. That might be good that you can use if you want to. They just left them so to decay. Oh, hello. So yeah, I don't have I used to have my lantern here, but it's gone. Just have my bell and my yellow potion. I got my yellow potion today, so I could turn into something, but I'll save that for now. So here, I pass his kitchen kind of thing. Maybe there'll be an oven here later, although I think he said that it will be in the new area, which is being dug out currently here. And here's one of the first things. I've built a well that is full, and it's not secured, but I can't. I'm already full. I can't drink anything. And here's probably where he spends most of his time. Came to the anvil or the forge, maybe. And here's the new area. And I've been analyzing these walls to see if there was any ores, but there are no ores. No ores that I can see. I'm not that good at prospecting yet. And all the smoke goes out here into the cave ceiling, and I guess gets stored there. So maybe this will become a coal vein in some time in the future. I don't know if is that how it works? Maybe not. And he has reinforced the floors here as well. So, but he hasn't put anything on them yet. That's another project. Always have a lot of projects. Okay. But we can see here, oh, I was lucky to get these flat actually, or to go upwards. They all seem to be, no, not this one is not flat, okay. Yeah, so this one is going down, so here he would also need a concrete in this corner. Raise it. And a concrete in this corner as well, I guess. Although that goes down, so, oh, that goes 3 down, okay. You will need a few concrete there to fix that floor then. And speaking of that, let's get back to doing it. Are you making a pilgrimage, Red Viper? A pilgrimage here? I don't know if this is a very holy place, but of course you're welcome. There is I mean, the area of influence of foe is, I mean, it's okay. I try to improve the altar so it gets larger. And up here, this is a shed of my other friend who I had to fetch on Melody. But he has probably stopped playing because this is just breaking down. Let's see how damaged it is now. Yeah, Knapp, your floor is not level there on the sides. Oh, it's going to be lowered all the way there, that's true. So then it doesn't matter. That makes it a lot easier, honestly. Let's see this wall. Damage 42. So he has been away for some time now. He's probably not coming back. So then I started making a road up here, because up there, I can't see it from here. You can see it, you can see all of these raspberry bushes that we've got. This is the raspberry fields forever, I call them. So we recently had, raspberry was recently in season, so I got maybe 250 raspberries, and walnuts as well, about as much, because we have a huge walnut forest. But up here anyway is our highway that we started making. So Typhon did most of the way over there. It goes a fair bit over there. And then I just continued on from here somewhere, going over there. Then we have other neighbors over here. Well, can't see their building. Oh, there. They have some houses over there, true miners. So they haven't been online either for a while. They started building core beta, and I think maybe they got a bit burnt out on that. But we stopped the road over there because we want to ask them first where they wanted to go past their deed so it doesn't go too close. This has got a nice forest, yeah, for sure. I love our nice little walnut forest, and everyone around here seems to be treating it well. Like cutting sprouts and replanting trees, not clear cutting, although someone did clear cut at the edge in one place. Don't know who did that, but they also built a menorah altar there, so well. And they left most of the wood, so they're probably, oh no, I went the wrong way. They're probably trying to skill up. But there are a lot of walnut trees, so there's plenty of wood for everyone. And I've replanted a few hundred trees probably. So it's going to regrow as well. So let's now get to the exciting part. Which is making the concrete. So first we have to, we can take 2 sand, I guess. 40 kilos, can we carry this much? And 20 of the clay. Okay. So first we have to make more mortar. So we combine these and set on the mortar. Yeah, exactly. Must be Nora followers. They don't have no respect for the forest. They're just cutting everything down and making room for their houses and fences and cities. Well, what can you do other than try to take care of it yourself? And I think I did get quite a bit of alignment from planting all those sprouts. And alignment helps a bit anyway in getting more. What is it to get? What flow is it? Mine? No, soul depth, I think. If you have higher alignment, you get a higher skill bonus and soul depth. I noticed around here that the only ones not replanting are Binora followers. Yeah, typical. I have a Libella follower on Deed and she always replants, but Binora followers no. Yeah. You have to really give them some kind of incentive, such as if you plant sprouts, then you gain more skill in that skill. In gardening or forestry, I guess. Maybe then they will replant. Because that's what, in my experience, Vinora followers are most concerned about, getting that skill. Because they value getting good at something and building monuments and taming the wilderness, maybe. I don't really know. But that kind of thing. But us poor foe followers try to preserve some of the wilderness at least, and keep the forest livable for all its creatures and for everyone else living around it. And I can understand even Libella can care about the forest. I heard recently a bit about the story about the gods, apparently if you cast courier on the puppet, you can hear some of the story, what happened between the gods, how Libella became an evil goddess or a dark goddess, or maybe a goddess of death anyway, because the other gods killed her. I'm not sure why though. Oh, do Vinora priests get a faster sailing speed? Well, that would be nice though. That is true. It is pretty slow, especially with a rowboat. I really want to make one of my goals this time around in Wurm is to make one of the big boats. And I don't mean like a caravel or anything. It doesn't have to be the biggest one. I'm thinking more, I want to make a cog. Because there's that nice little lookout, what's it called? The crow's nest at the top. Oh, okay, they get faster sailing speed. Well, nice for them. Your neighbor already has a corbita. Yeah, I've seen a few corbitas since I lived here on the coast as well. Like on this island. Like a lot of people sail by here, through here. So I see a lot of ships. And I've seen a few corbitas, it's not that common yet. But some people have actually managed to make one already. And of course that's the easiest big ship. But I want to make a cog, if possible. The sun is shining in here. Let me see if I can adjust that. No. Okay, I think that helped. Yeah. Yeah, so I want to make a cog, but I only have like 13 or something. Where is it? Carpentry, 13, almost 13.5 shipbuilding. So I don't really feel like starting it yet. So I'm thinking maybe it's good to first make a sailing boat and then start on the cog maybe after. So I get as much skill as possible to avoid failing constantly over and over with the cog. But the cog is nice in some ways. I mean, if I understand it, it kind of has a low hold volume, or can hold fewer items than any of the other ships, other big ships, but it can hold more creature cages. And the biggest benefit is a crow's nest. One person can sit up in the crow's nest and have a great view. I like that. But maybe if I get into shipbuilding, maybe then I'll make a sailing ship, a cog, and then maybe like a nar, as they call it, knar. A nar would be nice because being able to go over the less deep water. Dwarves have good vision in the dark. Okay, that's good to know. So you don't need a lantern really then. You don't need lights, but it's good to have lights. I mean, if someone else comes by who doesn't have good night vision. Oh, and I saw one thing. Speaking about dwarves, I saw one thing that was pretty sad. I think the developers should definitely get working on. And your species attributes have not arrived yet. Okay, I see. Yeah, someone was actually suggesting that, I think in the Factional Fight stream. It was last night, maybe. They were suggesting that you could play different like fantasy races, like elves and dwarves and such, as well as the humans we have now. And that would be a feature that might like get more people interested in the game. So I mean, it wouldn't be my first go-to new feature, but it was interesting. But what I did see was that we have a skill, because Knapp noticed that he got he made a food that gave him a bonus or buff to warhammers. Let's see, should it be under miscellaneous items? No, where's hammer? The hammers. We have a warhammer skill, but the only weapon, the only warhammer that exists is a bronze hammer of Magranon, and you can only get that as an artifact on the Epic and the other server. I don't remember the name, but only on those special servers. And that's the only weapon that uses this skill. But this skill has got 3 titles. One of them being the title of dwarf. So it just seems to me like the devs should definitely get on that. But you also have a buff to warhammers, Red Viper. I mean, this seems like, why do they even have that enabled on these servers as well? When you can't make a warhammer, you can't get a warhammer even. Okay, so let's make some concrete. This is only 23%, so I fail a lot. But at least we have a bit of lye this time. So I should be able to get some concrete. I think I needed, was it not that much in here, like 7 or 8, maybe 9 concrete in this bit. Then I want to even this out and reinforce the walls, and then make a house in here. So it becomes like a garage and storehouse for my mine. What? Yeah, exactly. Now they have a title for dwarf in the game, but it's unavailable on the normal servers. That's just because of this issue that they haven't put in a warhammer. You have charm animal in your spells list. It's not allowed in this server whenever I cast it. Why is it in the list? Yeah. Why isn't charm animal allowed? I didn't know this. I thought it was. I thought you could charm animals. That's strange. They disabled that, I guess. Maybe it's temporary? Like they disabled the rifts. Didn't they also disable the moon metals from the marks? So I don't know what they're planning, but I hope they bring some of these things back. Oh, it was one of the main reasons you became folk priest. I mean, I think they should have told us in that case if they're disabling key features this charm animal. It would be nice if they told us beforehand. Like, they might have said, oh, because of balance issues or something, we will disable these things for the first, like, they don't even have to specify time. They could just say for the beginning of the server, but it will return. Maybe a few months down the line. I think that would have been nice of them. How many did I make so far? 3. Quality doesn't matter since I'm just using it to raise the floor, but I would like to get a bit more than 3. There we go. The roadmap for Wurm? I don't think there is. At least I haven't seen one. That would also be great if there was a roadmap. I think maybe sometimes they make posts, say that we want to work on this next. But I haven't heard of any roadmap. That would have been a nice thing to have too. I mean, it is a very small development team. So I guess they don't really have any resources for these nice to have things. But now with the great success, honestly, of the Steam release, I would expect, at least if people stay premium after the first month, that they might consider hiring more devs. I have actually, today, today was my first day back from vacation. So I started working again today. And one of the first thoughts I had was, maybe I should apply, see if they maybe want to hire someone for the Wurm dev team. Since, I mean, I am a Java developer. Oh, well, I code mostly in Kotlin now, but I also code a lot in Java. And I have worked with Java games in my spare time as well. And I do live in Sweden, so... And also, in these days, now we're working from home a lot. I don't really want to move to, I think, is it Motala or somewhere? I think it's somewhere like off that they have their offices. Not very central to the big cities. Yeah, Wurm is Java. Oh, what happened to the dashboard? Okay. Okay, the dashboard decided he wanted to stop working for some reason. So I might have missed some chat messages. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, Wurm is Java because it was made by Notch and Rolf a long time ago. It was probably around the time I was trying to make some Java games as well, much less successfully, of course, because I was also on my own and studying at the same time and didn't have any experience in making games as well. It was I have to say, it's pretty well done for being a Java-based, such an old Java-based game. But I know that nowadays Java has come very far when it comes to handling memory and and concurrency and other issues that it had in the past. So while it might be, oh, it was 2013. I don't remember. That might, yeah, that sounds about time I was kind of working on a space game, Java-based space game. I first actually I made it in Ajax and just in the browser, which would probably use some library now, but I was using just basic HTML and what they call Ajax, which is asynchronous JavaScript, something. And then I remade it in Flash because it wasn't working that well in a browser at that time. And that was earlier than 2013. It was like 2001, something. Yeah, Ajax was, I mean, it was okay. It was working. The game was working, but wasn't working that smoothly as I wanted. And then I started doing it in Flash because that was the hot thing back then. And sure, that worked as well, but I didn't like Flash very much. So then I started learning Java, and I rebuilt the game in Java in 3D because it was in 2D before. And well, it was working. You could fly around in different galaxies and find planets and such. You could even mine asteroids. But I had my cousin actually. I had my cousin working on making the AI, or the, no, not really AI, but the, what do you say, the autopilot of the ship, and calculating how it would adjust the course, because you could build your ship with different engines, like components that you put in different places, that they would sit where you placed them, and then they would put a force on the ship. Depending on where you placed them, you would go turn a different way, or you would go a different way. And his job was to make an autopilot that could calculate how you would get from point A to point B in space using the placement of your engines, calculating the forces. And well, I think it was too much for him because he gave up. I also had my other cousin making sounds, so he made the intro music of the game. That's as far as he got. Then he got busy with something else. And well, then I got busy with other things, work and other life things. So now it's just sitting in a repository somewhere. Maybe I'll pick it up again someday when I have some spare time. But anyway, that was a Java game. So then I was thinking, it would be nice to work on game development again. And Wurm is one of my all-time favorite games. And it's based in Sweden, so who knows? Maybe that would be an idea. I seem to be failing quite a lot for 23%. So I think I'm due for a row of successes here. No? Oh well. Can't succeed always. And I think there might be more ash in the forge as well. Oh, and the stream preview is not. Oh well, I guess I don't need the stream preview. That's fine. You like the sound of the space game now? Okay. Maybe I have to get on it again then. I don't know. It was made in an engine with a weird name. It was called J Monkey Engine. I think they're still around, but they made a new version of the engine, which was very different from the previous version. So it made me kind of it made it a lot of work to update to that engine. But maybe, I don't know, I've been working a bit with Unity for VR lately, and so maybe I would, if I would remake the game again. I mean, I like Java a lot, but I could remake it in Unity. C# is fairly similar to Java, like in syntax, but it is Microsoft. So it is a bit limited in that regard. Though you can build for Linux, which is good. So I guess just you code it in C# and then it compiles it down to C++ maybe. I don't know how it works. Or maybe it has a built-in interpreter. Yeah, C# is almost direct conversion. Syntactically, it's very similar. So when I started working with Unity, I felt it wasn't very difficult. I like C#, had a game project in Unity in C# some years ago, unfinished, and so on. Yeah, I can relate. I have a lot of other games that are unfinished. Some kind of finished though, that I made in my study times as projects, because it was too boring to make like a simple 2D game where a box moves another box or something. So I made something more interesting. But that game you made before, Knapp, was like there's also like more like a space-based game, no? I don't quite remember. But what is your new game idea then? Maybe you don't want to reveal it, so in case someone would steal it. Space Colony Builder, yeah. I thought so. I think I saw some early prototypes when you were making it. Oh, we have 9 concrete now. A very secret idea? Okay. That's fine. Keep your secrets. We are almost through the line now though. If we make one more, hopefully we should succeed with one more. Then we will be done with this concrete making. I think you should really have, like, you should mix the concrete in something. Like a tub or something. It would make more sense than just holding the clay, or is this mortar? Holding the mortar in your hand and then I guess the lye in the other hand. Oh well. Wurm isn't completely logical at all times. So it is pretty good at... I mean, it failed? Okay. Let's try again. When have 4 priests ever robbed ideas? There are no Vinora priests here. Yeah, exactly. You can trust 4. There we go. Now we have 10 concrete. We can put the mortar back and the ash for now. And then let's see. So here we have a 2 slope down. So we will need to put 2 concrete in this corner. So we activate the concrete and right click and use raise corner, and then this will raise up once. Just like if you were dropping dirt or sand on the surface. Now it's 1 slope up, so we'll do this one more time. Raise corner. You talked about how games animations need revamp. Yeah, I mean, for me, I think one of the biggest things that they need to work on to get new people interested, new players to stay and come to Wurm and to stay, is 1, the character creation. We need more options in character creation to customize our characters. Because while there are a few, oh, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. But there are a few options, like this was the only beard I found that was kind of half length, not really long like Nap's beard and not really short like the other beards. And faces look pretty similar, and bodies are all the same height and the same width and everything. Exactly, you can't even adjust the height of the characters, and I think that's a fundamental thing. Yeah, we have the same beard. Yeah, I think it's a very, very popular beard, honestly. The only good one that's this length, I think. I mean, I like the long one as well, but I didn't think it fit this character. So I think that's one of the most important things I need to work on. And also, the other thing is the animations. Because people are used to pretty good animations. And the Wurm animations, I mean, at least there are animations now. I remember when I started playing, there were no animations. People just floating around, which was a bit weird. But I think we really need more animations that make sense. Like you can see in Catspur's trailer that she made, there are a lot of good animations. We have some of these animations already, but they do something else. And of course, the weird thing with having working with a liquid and holding it in your hand. There's some very strange things. It's like the T-Ford, yeah. You can have exactly. You can have the Ford in any color as long as it's black. I think it was. And you can have any beard you want as long as it's this one. Our characters look really similar. I think many characters look really similar. That's why I'm trying to differentiate my character a bit with the clothing. So I want to level my natural substances a bit so I can get some decent color. But I want to make a yellowish color, I think. Maybe some green, but I think yellow is what I'm going for at the moment. But I haven't found any red, I haven't found any cave bugs. I don't think I can kill scorpions at the moment. 1 concrete here. In some sense, the game still feels like it's under development, yeah. And that's not a good impression for new players, I think. So this one is going down as well. So I have to raise this corner, yeah. Forge animation is nice in trailer. I think many of the animations, like the cooking animations and milking animation, I think many people were impressed by the milking animation. funnily enough. But you can't do that in Wurm. I meant wearing the same clothes and also have that bit. You have the same clothes. Oh no! Disaster. I have to change clothes now. One slope up. Yeah. I think this other corner also needs to be raised. Yeah. That's also one slope up. So we got enough concrete to fix this. It's interesting that when you have concrete activated here, you can see the slopes, but you can't see that the cave floor is flat. Well, this one isn't, but this one, for instance. Now we have one slope up on each here, so we'll have to raise this corner. I only remember this forge animation. Was the work in my mind? Yeah, that's true. Nap is almost always in his mind, working on that metal stuff. Well, I guess I need to do that as well, but I did make some, didn't I? Oh, I put them in here, maybe. I did make some ribbons, yeah, so that I can reinforce the floor, the walls here. I need to go out and chop wood sometimes. Yeah, you should. And at this point, I only remember the channel and pray animation. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. The hard life being a priest. Wait, what? Oh, this is already flat. I already flattened this. Sorry, I'm getting confused. This one I should level. Oh yeah, so you're not always in your mind. Yeah, there are. I mean, you always need wood anyway. You're going to run out of wood scraps eventually. Then you're going to have to go out. Being forced out into the forest from your cozy mine. Who knows what terrible fate will befall you in the scary forest. I haven't actually seen any creatures in our walnut forest for probably a week at least. There used to be like a sheep sometimes. No horses, of course, because they always disappear for some reason, or they don't spawn back as they should. But there was occasionally a sheep. The sun, yeah, sun is a nice bonus going outside. The boat ride is taking forever. That's how I usually feel when I'm on a rowboat. Because I went to Michio's Limping Troll pub opening Friday, I think it was. So the Limping Troll is down here, next to Moenia, which is down here, which is down there. And so I had to go through here and down through here, and then there was a northern wind blowing, so it was extra low, and also it was not a very strong wind, so I didn't get not much of a boost anyway on the way down. That took about 50 minutes going all the way there, and then I had to go back as well, of course, so I couldn't really be there more than an hour or something. Still took almost 3 hours. But it was nice, it was really nice. The latest animal I saw was that giant spider. Yeah, okay, that was a giant spider. We've had a lava fiend, giant spider, and a hellhound, I think, maybe. spawn like by the water so far, but there are very few creatures here. Even in the steppe close to us, there is a steppe, I think, down here somewhere. It looks like it's here, but I think it's down here. I don't know if this map is entirely correct, but usually there are no creatures there. I saw a wildcat there the other day. Oh, and a sheep. I saw a sheep there as well. Maybe they're having some troubles with the spawns, I think. You only just got around T24. I see T24. Oh, down here. Okay, so you must have gone north. Oh, is the canal done here already? Or kind of done, so you could get through here? I guess, so you went through here and then up north. So then you would have come out here, maybe here even. I'm not exactly sure where on the like x-axis you enter a new server. It's a different size. But then you have gotten about here. So then you're around. There are two deeds here, like this. If we zoom in, the deed here on the smaller island, I think is called Hell, and then the deed on the bigger island is called Heaven. So you have Heaven and Hell next to each other there on the islands. I think the person who deeded Heaven has also made a second deed, or like a port deed next to it, so they've deeded the entire island there. Okay, so now we have flattened all of the floor and all of the ceiling. That's nice. I can move these stone shards away into the BSB here. And we can take this mortar as well. And the concrete. Yeah, let's just put everything in there. You feel like you're in hell. I don't know, we can actually check here what the weather is like. A gale is coming from the northeast. Oh no! There's a gale, there's a strong wind coming from the northeast. So I guess you're sailing against the gale. So you're probably extra slow going this way. Although if it stays that way, then I guess you will be extra fast on the way back if you're going the same way. So I guess it evens out. Yeah, you're going into the gale. And that's one thing about the sailing boats that I find interesting. But that can also be a problem, that if you're going, when you have a sailing boat, you're even more affected by the weather. So, one of the boats with the sail. So then you have to maybe like cruise. You have to go to the side from where the wind is coming, or kind of diagonal, and then you have to go the other way. So you crisscross. You can't see what I'm doing here. Like you crisscross to get some direction. You don't go straight into the wind then, because then you get nowhere on a sailing ship. At least the rowing boat, you only go a bit slower. So what would be our next goal here? I have set up, like when I was watching Catspur stream several weeks ago, she said she created a Trello board for for her new Wurm existence on the new servers. And if you don't know what Trello is, it's like a notice. You say notice board? Well, like yeah, I say a notice board where you put up stickers in different columns. That on one column would be these are things I want to do, and then the next column has stickers with things that you are currently doing, and then the final one would be, well, you can choose whatever you want actually it comes to be, but I have it set up like this anyway. I have one to do, one in progress, and one done. And then also I have one for fruit and nuts and such that are in season. Because one of my projects is to complete my almanac and make it better each year. So I have a lot of reports here from the different harvesting seasons. So if I read my almanac summary, I can see here that, oh, nothing is actually in season now. So I can go into my cellar board. You won't see this now, of course. And then I remove lingonberry, which was the one that was previously in season, from my column of seasonal harvest. So the next one will be pine nuts in quite a while, actually. But usually, if it was in season, it would be in green, and it would say the harvest started this long ago, and it will end in this time. Approximately. I think it depends on your report quality, and the report quality depends on your forestry, I think, when you create the report. So you can see that my like my oleander, which was the first one, because I didn't make an almanac or pen and such during the first pine season. It is very low quality, but my latest one, which should be the lingonberry, is it walnut? Was walnut? Oh yeah, apparently it's walnut. Okay. Maybe it's a bit randomized as well. Anyway, the walnut is a lot higher. The owner of heaven is sacrificial lamb. Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all. Okay, yeah, so what I'm doing now really is I'm deciding here, should I have rounded stone or sandstone? And then I will make a house here that is the same type of cladding, the same type of walls that I have the cladding, or the clad, or whatever it's called. It doesn't actually say when you hover over it. It just says the type and reinforced wall. But I want to have these marble floors. But then I wanted to have something that was not exactly the same, so I didn't want to have marble on the sides. He has a demon statue. In heaven? I guess it's come over from hell then. It's a really, really well themed place. Nice. I only went by there when I went to the Limping Troll, so I didn't actually step foot on the shore. Because, I mean, I was already late, because Michio first said that it was going to be 20 GMT, which was pretty late for me. So then I was doing other things on the deed, but he actually meant 20 UK time, which was when I got to know about that, it was like 30 minutes later. And it takes more than 30 minutes to get there. And I hadn't done my meditation to get my question that day. So I had to do that first. But I got there anyway, but I didn't have time to stop any place really on the way. Although I did stop on the way back, because on the, if you look on the map, on the, here you will be going, I guess you will be going past this on your way here, Red Viper. GMT is Greenwich Mean Time, yeah. But in the summer, it's not the same as the UK time. So they got it confused. But it's a weird system that they don't have the GMT time in the UK in the summer. But anyway, it yeah, summer is BST. So that's what he meant, but he wrote GMT. So everyone got confused, and Catspur got there like an hour late as well. So she is also on Melody. But here on the, I think maybe up here, I think someone disbanded their deed there, because I think there was a deed there before. But this is a big hill full of grape bushes. Loads and loads of grape bushes. So here I went ashore and I picked lots of grape sprouts. Because I can show also here, because on the front of my deed I have these farms. This is my farming place, and then I have a bit of a harbor going down there. The fools, yeah. I mean, Fabricant knew what time it was going to be, and he had talked to Mishu. I think it was just like a mental misstep, like everyone does all the time, like with time zones. It can be so confusing. You think that you're in the UK, you will have this GMT time zone. It makes sense. Oh, hello Ribbons. Welcome to the stream. We're just looking over the deed here, because I was explaining that over here we have a whole hill of grape bushes that no one has deeded. So I went ashore there and picked maybe, I don't know, 50, 60 maybe, I don't remember, grape sprouts. Is it BST or GMT now? I think it's BST now. I think it's still summertime in the UK. It was last Friday anyway. But we can see here if these have sprouts, because then I want to get them. No. But here is my grape orchard. Or on the back here I have my animals. I don't have that many animals, but I have like my goal is to have 4 of each, so I can breed them, except for the bison, because bison are impossible to find. So the animals are in there, but then on the sides I have orchards. So here's my grape orchard, and my plan is, my thinking is that I will use these sprouts to place 4 or up to 4 trellises, grape trellises on these tiles as well. So I can have lots of grapes. Primarily just to make, I'm not really going to compete with other like alcohol makers or such. So the purpose is really to make wine for cooking and vinegar. So I've started that as well. We can go in here. It's still BST, okay. So here we have some wine barrels. Let's see, oh, they are done now. So I started some cider and white wine here from the grapes I got before. Very few grapes, honestly. And some of the apples. And then I made one with I sealed these two here with like a normal wood scrap. But the middle one I sealed with I don't remember what it was, like an apple or some fruit wood scrap, so it became vinegar instead. So now I have vinegar because one of my recipes asked for it. One of my other goals, I seem to have a lot of goals in Wurm, but one of my other goals is to find out and make all of the recipes that I can. All of the recipes, so that's probably going to take some time, and I'm going to need all the ingredients that are available. You would have made the same mistake about beast tea, yeah. I mean, I never remember really when summertime is supposed to change in Sweden either. So I think it's a kind of old system that they maybe should get rid of soon. You don't really need summertime anymore. Oh, thank you, Rippins. I've been trying to make it look kind of cozy, and especially since I'm a faux follower, I want to make it kind of fit in with the nature and background here. So it's kind of on a fairly steep slope. So there's not that much you can do here without putting a lot of dirt there or surface mining. Because most of this was actually, when I got here, most of this was rock. Here, where the orchard is. So the only thing I really did back there was that I put one dirt on some of the corners, so everything turned to dirt, and then I planted things on there, trees and stuff. But yeah, this is kind of meant to be more farming deed, because that's my main interest really in the game, farming and cooking. So I need a lot of that. I was also trying to make a path of love tile here, but it was too difficult. It didn't really work because it's too steep. But I found out there is a path of love tile just on the other side of the channel here. And they've put a fine meditation rug there. I think it was. So I just meditate on my own one for skill, and then only when I need to get a question I go over there and use theirs. That's very nice of them. Because there's a path of love tile and a path of knowledge tile over there. Oh. You heard that meow, it was just my cat coming in. Hello. Oh, you will pilgrimage all this way for meditation. Nice. It's maybe a bit of a long way to go. But it is, there is a path of love tile there. And it's a nice location to sit and meditate. And here I have to also do something. I'm not quite sure yet what I want to do here. If I want to put bushes here, but it's very steep, so I'm thinking something else. Maybe some stone. Something. And here I have plans for extending this harbor here and maybe making a small lighthouse and garage there. Yeah, that was the cat app, Knap. The cat app on my phone makes a meow sound when my cat enters the cat flap. What's my location? It is right here, or well, approximately here, on this, we zoom out here, on this eastern island on Harmony. So when I started, I walked across here. I thought, where would be a location where that isn't packed already? Because I had to start a little late because I couldn't get to work on the launch night, which was pretty late in the evening, I think. So I had to start the next morning. And then I thought, this island here seems like you have to swim across here. So maybe a lot of people don't really want to go to that trouble. Instead, they will go around the coast here or something. So I went east, and then I went around the coast here, around the mountain, and then I swam across and started looking for spots here, but it was all occupied all the way up here. So this was the first place that I found that was unoccupied, along the coast, of course. There's plenty of space here on the eastern side. There's even bears and wolves and trolls and everything on this side. But on this side, there's a lot of people all the way around the coast here. There's a streamer up here as well. Another streamer, Elminster, who lives up here. Somewhere along this coast. You just got around the bigger part of the island. Where do I put this part? Oh, did you get to this beat with the bridge? Oh, there's a nice little bridge and cottage. Yeah, someone built the bridge here on the, I think, the COVID memorial market. Oh, earlier. Oh, this. Oh, you were going around this bit, maybe. Oh, you're at work, watching, listening on the phone. Yeah, I actually was playing Wurm a little bit while I was working. I mean, I was playing it on my lunch break. But then I just left it in the background when I was... Because I'm working from home, and I'm just working with code anyway. So I just put Wurm like on a different workspace, so I could easily switch to it, and then I was just mining. So every, like, well, not very often, but like every 5, 10, 15 minutes I would just switch back and queue up a few more mining actions. Maybe it wasn't actually that often even. You get kind of involved when you're trying to find a code solution to a problem, of course. See that tall mountain in the background to the right? That is the back of my deed. Really? This tall mountain here? That's the back of your deed. Wow, nice. Okay, so it must be... I think that is this mountain here, maybe? Or this here first mountain? I think it must be that. I was up here, this bit here. You can see on the other side that's a bit red. This is a big tundra. So I was up here picking lingonberries the other day. And since I got my skill up, my forestry skill, maybe? Wherever that is, in nature probably. Forestry, I got it over 26. I get 2 lingonberries per bush instead of 1. So I got Over 100 over there. Oh, most of that mountain is yours. Nice. It's very easy to find. Like you can see it from far away and it's very unique. I think it's the nicest looking mountain seen from here. For sure. It looks to be very tall as well. Oh, there's nothing on it yet. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you get more time to play soon. And maybe I can come visit your deeds then when you get something built on it. You made a casserole that gives insight to coal making. Nice. I think I actually have to make more, what are they called? Charcoal piles? Charcoal piles? Because I mean, I made some steel. I've made some steel chain armor, so I have a full set of like okay quality steel chain armor. And my sword is silver that I really need to improve again because it goes down so quickly. But I want to make steel tools as well, especially my pickaxe just gets to repair that. It was like 30, I think it was 33 quality or something before, and now it's just 26. So I would like to have to repair it less often, if I put it like that. Still trying to figure the game out has been rough. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, did you start playing Wurm now with the Steam launch ribbons? Because I remember when I started playing Wurm, which was a very different game at that time, but the basics were the same pretty much. There were no caves, so you had to find iron on the surface, and a lot of things were missing, but the basics were the same. And I remember like even just getting stuck in a hole and being completely lost. That's what I remember from the first time I started playing. Why am I on defense? So it is a bit tough in the beginning, especially like learning how things work, because not everything is like intuitive straight away. But once you get into it, then things kind of click, you know. And then the beautiful thing I think also with Wurm is that you can choose how you play. You can play just 20 minutes a day and get something small done maybe, or you can like stand around like this and talk and look at the surroundings, or you can be in a village, do one thing, or you can go on your own and try to do everything and mostly fail like I'm doing. But you have the choice. I really like that. Might take longer due to healing player called Fiapcio. Sounds almost like Fibonacci. But that's very nice of you, healing someone, and you get some skill for that as well, I guess. Hopefully. My healing skill is not great, I have to say, but I don't have to heal that much because I'm a follower of foe. Not religion, healing. Yeah, first aid is not very impressive. Just found out about it 4 weeks ago. Best game ever, exactly, yeah, I agree. Worm is one of the best games I've ever played. I mean, at least in the like, MMO survival genre, there's nothing like it. Nothing to rival it at all. 20 minutes per day has not worked out so far since I began. That's knapp. Okay. Okay, I mean, maybe you don't get that much done in 20 minutes. But, I mean, at least you can, like, mine a few rock shards out of the wall. And once you get higher skills, of course you would have to get premium for that. But when you get around, I've noticed that when you get around 30 skill, things start getting a lot faster. Maybe that's just like a feeling. But like now what was my mining at now? 34. Now my first mining timer on full stamina is 15 seconds. And I noticed that when I queued up 3 and actions today and then went to do something else, like yeah, then I just found that it was done before I knew it. I just wondered what happened? Didn't I queue up 3? Well, they were already done. I get good channeling. He had so many bruises and bites. Oh no. I mean, good for you that you got some channeling at least. And good for you, Fiabcho, that you were around to heal those wounds. I need a lot of garlic. That's why I have 3 here, because I'm making a lot of pizzas. So I need garlic and tomatoes and... Oh yeah, if you're wondering why I have so many cereals growing here, like the wheat and the barley and the rye and the oats, I can show you a little thing here. You see, no stars on anything here, no little star for any affinities until we get almost to the bottom. And I have an affinity in mining. Not mining, that would be useful. In milling. So yeah, I thought I would use that affinity a bit and do a lot of milling. Of course, you can also mill the spices with the mortar and pestle. And I have a marble vein on the deed. So if anyone needs marble, like if you need a marble stone, baking stone, or you need a mortar and pestle, then I can give you some of that. Hopefully I can start being a good blacksmith soon so I can trade it for food. Well, that would be nice. I could actually... It would be nice to not have to spend so much time by the forge. But speaking about the mine, I was thinking I should do something as well, not just talk all the time. So we have made these 28 ribbons, and I need to make them, the plan is to make them into, what are they called? What are they called? Support beams. So what I need for that is a lot of shafts. We have 28 ribbons, which would make 14 support beams. So, and each support beam means 4 shafts, which is 54. No, is that right? Something like that. 14. So 4 times 6. Okay, 56. 56 shafts, and they also need 2 logs, whole logs, or almost whole logs. I think 20 is enough, maybe? 20 weight logs. And so I need 14 something. Oh, thank you for the follow, Rippins. I missed that. And thank you also, Galactiki, now for the follow. Are my alerts not working, or did I just miss them? I don't know. Let me know if the alerts are not working. And I can maybe have a look at that. Maybe I have to update that link. Well, might have to do that later. You did not see any alerts. Oh. Oh well. I made a custom alert sound. Well, I don't know about the sound, but I made a custom alert. There I have a lot of damaged logs that I was thinking I could use for this purpose. So let's get the ribbons. I think I know how he got the bruises, so I cutted Morning Fog on him as well, lol. Morning Fog, what does that do? Is that the thorn bushes protection? I don't know the spells for foe. I don't know the spells for anyone, except for like courier and those common spells. The first log needs to be 24, I think 6 and 1, 18 maybe. Okay. Okay, that's how it works. Well, I have a lot of those damaged logs that I want to use anyway. But I will need, I guess I'll need 28 logs. I don't have that many there. Protection from thorns and lava. He was effing about next to a thorn bush. Oh, that's not maybe the best thing to do. Unless you are a foe priest. Because I think, or is it? Isn't it foe priests who don't take damage from thorns on bushes? Oh yeah, you streamed quite long ago now. I think Streamlabs changed things during that time. Oh, of course. Yeah, I did stream quite a long time ago. I usually stream just around Christmas with a special charity stream with Knapp. But I used to stream other games before as well. Not that I remember what I used to stream, but I did. But that was a long time ago, so I guess it has changed, yeah. So, if the first one needs to be 24, I think we need the shafts first though. Let's get some other, let's just leave the ribbons here, over there apparently, and then get some more shafts if we have any. We have some shafts, but I don't think we have that many. Blacksmithing is now 10. Nice, nice Knapp. We're getting there. 10 is kind of a milestone. Priest of foe with 35 faith may pass through thorns unhindered. Yeah. Okay, so then you get it fairly early. That's nice. I mean, I guess you know not to go into a thorn bush, but still, if you were like, if it was the middle of the night and you were being chased by something, it was a very thick forest, it could still be possible to like accidentally walk into a thorn bush. I don't have many shafts here, so I guess we'll have to make some more shafts. I guess this 3 logs make 18 planks, so it should make 36. That's not enough. So we'll have to make even more than that. I do need a saw. No, I don't need a saw. I need a carving knife. Yeah. Make some shafts. Yule Mash 2020, yeah. We will be doing Yule Mash this year as well. And I was hoping that we could do a section with Wurm in this year's Yule Mash, which is the charity stream that we do, like Knapp and me and other people. We try to get other people in as well. And we do every here around Christmas. But if we're going to do it, if we're going to do Wurm, then I would like it to be snow. And I would like it to be winter. So we can do some Christmassy things, some wintry things. So I guess we'll see what season it will be in Wurm at that time. Hopefully we can do it, but we will do some other games as well, like OpenTTD and maybe Astroneer and Northgard, perhaps. So we'll be doing some like shorter sections, like an hour or two, maybe at most. Just hides in thorn bushes while fighting. Oh, that's clever. I did not think about that. That's a nice tactic. Do animals also get injured by thorn bushes? I didn't know that, but I have never seen any animals go into a thorn bush. So it would not surprise me. I tried looking up seasons yesterday to see if winter would be somewhere around then. There was math involved, yeah, there's a lot of math involved. I think 3 real-time hours is 1 day in Wurm, right? Is that right? I don't remember. There's a chart in Wurmpedia that shows it, but I can never quite remember how long it is. I remember that a year is about a few months. So, and I don't think that the devs have planned it perfectly. You never know, but I think they just started us off in the spring because they didn't want to start us off in the busiest harvesting season, and they didn't want to start us off in the snow. Browser sound going through wireless headphones, Wurm sound going through wired. Oh. Okay. That sounds strange. Can you do that? I don't know if I could. I guess I could make some channels if I wanted to do that, but yeah, there are 12 months of starfalls. Yeah, there are 12 starfalls. So right now it's silence, I think. It's Day of the Worm in week 1, Starfall of Silence in the 1094. So the Starfall of Silence, I think, is just that is the month before the winter month, if I recall correctly. That is the month where you don't have anything to harvest, and then the next month you have the snowballs, and then the month after that you have pine nuts, and then I don't remember. You need to write down ingredients to use before you cook. Yeah, sometimes I forget that as well. I will get insight for hammers, but I don't remember what I put in. That's very easily done. Sometimes the recipe says what you put in if you discovered something new. But if you're making a casserole, for instance, then it usually just says any veg or any herb or something. So you don't know what it was. But if you made a new thing, we can look here. Something I haven't done much. Maybe the cheese sandwich, does that show? Yeah, so the cheese sandwich here, I used 2 raw slices of bread. Just doesn't say what kind of bread though, but then it says feta cheese. because I use the feta cheese, but I'm pretty sure you can make a cheese sandwich with any kind of cheese. So then I could tell that I use feta cheese for this. You can also put notes here, but I don't know why there's just one row. I remember it being a bigger text box, so you could put more notes. But since it's just one line, I put it in an Excel sheet nowadays. Back, so when connecting up my wireless headphones to PC, I swapped all sound over other than Wurm. So I could hear this downstairs of feeding doggo, but not Wurm. Oh. That's strange. I don't know what it goes through. The Wurm sound goes through. I guess you're on Windows. I'm on Linux, so it's probably a slightly different system for the sound. I guess I could look in the event log to see what I picked up. Oh, that's true. That is true. If you only picked up those ingredients, that's very likely, actually. Yeah. And you could use the Wurm Food website to check if you know your calibration food and skill, and you can check with those ingredients if you actually will get hammers with those. You're going up the weird river now. The weird river? Oh, you mean this one? Like, it is a bit weird, especially around here where it's so narrow. I also think that it's a bit shallow there, so I don't know if the big boats can pass through there under that little bridge. But maybe they will have to make a canal here for the big boats if they don't change it. But there is a deed here with a trader and bridge. So you can go across now with the cart, and you can go below under the bridge as well. How many did we get now? We got 36 shafts. Let's start with the 36 shafts. We don't necessarily have to make all of the 8 of them were put here and the rest in this one, I assume. Yeah. Okay then. So we can maybe take a few of these. Don't need to have there's wood scraps in there. We can maybe take some of these and combine them. So they don't take up as much space. Oh, I should have. Oh, the event log just said that I selected one. Really? Oh, well, that's bad luck. Hope you find it again. Yeah, that really weird river. Yeah, it is weird. I usually call it the channel for some reason. I mean, I don't live in the UK, but I've heard many people just call the waters between France and Holland and the UK the channel. Let's see now if we can. I think it's the logs and the shafts first. Put those together and you make support beams. And actually, I've been making a few of these support beams, and I made one of them rare, which would usually be very nice that you make something rare. The only other thing I have that is rare that's actually useful is a grindstone. but the support beams, being rare, don't really do much, because when you put them on the wall, well, it makes no difference, it just becomes a reinforced wall as usual, and the same on the floor, of course. The log contains a little material. Okay, so the first one, oh, this is only 8. Oh, well, that makes sense then. Can we order them by weight? And we'll take some more. Could I only take 3 now because it's almost 8? Still haven't gone to either of the round islands. Round islands? Are there... You mean there are islands here that are round on Harmony? This island here is, and this cliff here is really steep, by the way. I think someone has made a mountain home in there as well. I don't see, there is this island, of course. I think there was a streamer here as well. I don't remember who it was right now. In the top corners, okay. In the top, I don't see any. What is that one? That's something very small there. What do you mean? Oh, Defiance has got 2 big islands there. That's interesting, and they have their capitals there. But I don't know. Oops. Oh, on melody and cadence. Oh, I see. Yeah. Oh yeah, this. I noticed this on these 2 maps as well. But there's like an island aside from the rest. And I was thinking, if I would go to melody or cadence, it would be really cool to live on one of these, like make a deed. Of course not the whole island, because that would be really, really expensive. And you wouldn't really want to take the whole island, maybe from... There are probably lots of people who would want to live on such an island. But I imagine that it would be pretty cramped. For that very reason. I had a deed on an island in Wurm Unlimited when I played on a player hosted server there. But that's a very different game, especially with like the 10 times faster action timers and such. Sometimes you don't even notice that you did an action because it was so fast. Someone's got to be making trading islands or capitals there, yeah. Probably. I would think so. I have seen some like market deeds on the community map for Harmony. There are a few deeds that are marked or named as markets. So I've been thinking about that actually, because eventually it would be nice to make some money in Wurm somehow. Not becoming rich or anything, but maybe being able to buy some things from time to time, and like priest services, or a good tool that I can't make myself. And then you kind of need to have a merchant at least. And previously when I played Wurm, I've seen that there have been deeds where you could place your merchant like a market. And I hope someone will bring that here as well. Now I don't know if we can try the 20. Well, I guess to see if it works. Use that. I thought I had more logs. Maybe they are, or maybe I put them in the mine. Let's check the community map. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice, pretty well maintained. I put my deeds there and in the post, and they added it like the next day or something. But there aren't actually that many deeds there yet. Okay, so now we just have one shaft left. So we'll just continue on these unfinished ones first. Adding these ribs. Oh, we do have more shafts. Well, we'll do this first anyway. Let's take some unfinished support beams, and now we have to add more shafts. If we can carry any, might have to take 3 at a time maybe. Oh, then I could take all of them. That was maybe a bit much. Let's add the shafts first. And then we need to add 2 ribbons. Oh, and another log as well, that's true. That is true, so I'm going to need a bunch more logs. A good thing that we have the forest so close. In the beginning I didn't want to go too far off my deed to get wood, so I did cut down like 1 or 2 maple trees that were close to here. Because in the beginning there were actually some dangerous mobs around, which there aren't really any now. Let's see, we have some ribbons here already, so let's use those. You think this lake is shallow and tight? You haven't seen what the canal builders are working with. Oh, yeah. It can be a bit of a problem. Dredging out a lot of sand from the ocean. And especially if you want to make like a mine entrance for your ships, have a harbor inside the mountain, then you have to do a lot of mining down. And I'm not sure if there is something similar to dredging for rock. Let's see now, can we put a 16? I can't even pick that up. I guess we have to take 2 at a time then. Can we add a 16 log? No, that is too small. So let's try the 18. Okay, that works. The second one can be 18. So then this will be finished. Now we have 1 support beam. And we will need 6 support beams for the floor. I think we'll do the floor first. So let's get on the next one. We can take this other log here. Oh, need to carry it first. And finish this support beam. Well, it might fail a few times because I am using some low quality materials here. Mostly because I don't want to use my better logs if I don't have to. So more shafts. You feel lost? You should be if you were here. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. If you were here at the COVID Memorial Market, then you should be pretty close. You should just be able to follow the coast, the east coast there, or kind of the west coast on the island, of course. And I should be able to see you soon as well. In that direction. I can go out and check when this shaft is on. There we go. I can drop these shots. No? Yeah, okay. Next to Calypso. You feel like a drifter in that lake while AFK. Are you drifting? I don't know who Calypso is. Is that I think actually I heard the name though. Is that a deed? Oh, here's a boat. Someone parked a boat up here weeks ago, and they haven't come back for it. But I'm suspecting that it might be just an alt of my neighbors over there. They have a few alts. Oh, I feel like you drifted in the lake at M23. Oh, one. M23. Did you go? Oh, did you go in here? I think in here that there's a settlement called the Burning Loins or something like that. That there is someone living there that was looking for a female bison, and I'm looking for a male bison. So we said that if we find the other one, like if I find another female bison, I will give it to him, and if he finds another male bison, he will give it to me. But I think that should be okay. You're in there, so you should be able to just go northwest along the coast. Because I know that when I went back from Michio's Limping Troll last Friday, I was coming around here and I actually went around here by mistake as well. It's very easy to get confused about the shoreline here. So I had to get off the boat, disembark the boat and check the compass to see that I had to go north instead. Because you can't see, for some reason, you can't see read your compass when you're in a boat, which would be very helpful if you could. So yeah, we made one, which and now I don't know which one I was working on here. Not that one. Okay, maybe it was the top one then. No. Let's check a few more. No. No. Well, we'll have to do them all anyway. So let's just continue with that, I guess. But I do need more logs. So let's see what we have in here. So in this BSB, I don't have a lot of storage, but in this BSB I have some slightly lower quality logs. I should check though, and here I have the higher quality. So I have some willow, and I have some high quality walnuts, and some slightly higher quality walnut. Not sure why I have that one. Yeah, it's a very easy mistake to go into that little bay there. Maybe I should like put one of those floating buoys around there to show where you should be going if you're going up along the island. So let's check in here in the mine. I might have... I get stuck. I might have some logs in here as well. Oh, only 5. Ah. Those I use just for burning. So I guess what we could do... honestly, I think I'll just use these ones I have here. Because when I go into the forest again and get some more, then I will get better ones. Anyway, and I need to use these up. I want to put in new ones in here. So let's get as many as we can carry, which is 5. Not too bad. Yeah, the Kobe Canal Bridge. So then you made it up to here then, in this little narrow ford here. There's a ford before, kind of, but there is a bridge and this deed. I heard that it was someone that the person who founded the deed. It was a relative. I don't remember what kind of relative, but it was a relative who died. I think was called Hope. That they named the deed after, in memory of them. Maybe it was this one I had. Oh, it was. Okay, nice. That was a good guess. So I think that's where there's a trader called Hope. Yeah, they made a bridge there now. So you can go across with without swimming. Which can be useful. And I'm guessing now that we will, since we have made a road around here, then I guess that road will maybe be continued over here to this bridge. Maybe connect with a road that goes down here. I don't know if there's a road there yet. Okay, so now we have 2 support beams. Some way left to go. Let's add another log here. That deed might be there way into the future when people forget what COVID was. That's true. I think maybe someone will discover it through archaeology as well. Even after it has disappeared. If the road could be built all the way to Mania, that would be nice. Yeah, I don't think that would be done anytime soon, though. I assume there will be one day, probably going in here somewhere and then going down to Harmony Bay. Then there will probably be one going around here, but there are big mountains here, so there will probably have to be a tunnel dug out, which will take quite a lot of time. I'm gonna put my trader there. I have the contract on me. Okay? You can put a trader there? Are they allowing that already? Isn't there already a trader there though? Oh, you mean your merchant? It will never disappear? You don't think it will disband? Well, they might have it forever. I mean, it is a memorial. Okay, if they allowed. I don't know. I I haven't gotten a merchant or a trader. I guess a trader you would put in your deed because it would give you 20% cheaper upkeep. I assume you have to put it in your deed to get that bonus, but I don't know. I've never had a trader. Or a merchant for that matter. But I think I will be getting a merchant this time around. It's just I don't know what I would sell. Because since if I'm concentrating on making food, that's not a good thing to sell on a merchant because it will go bad probably before anyone can buy it. I don't know if there's any kind of workaround for that. You have a merchant, yeah, okay. You need a trader on deed for 20% upkeep. Okay. Okay, that's very good to know, Red Viper. I mean, that 20% upkeep discount is nice. And it's a nice service for people around. But it's pretty expensive with a trader. And it doesn't give that many benefits, especially if you already have a trader somewhere else near you. It's just mainly that 20% discount. And I don't know if I feel like it's worth it really for me anyway. A merchant on the other hand, it's kind of crucial if you want to sell anything that, at least smaller things, then you kind of need a merchant. And I think that could be a good place to have a merchant. Oh, I need another one of these. And those. Because if in the future I will guess that a good amount of people anyway will be passing through here. If they're going to the island or from the island. And they will pass through here as well with the ship. And then they can just stop by here and check the merchants. So that would be a great place to have like a merchant or a market deed with different merchants from different people. Oh, the trader's initial investment for long-term deeds, yeah. Long-term deeds. Yeah. So if you know you're going to be around for a long time, then definitely it would be worth it, especially for big deeds. But if your deed costs 1 silver upkeep, then even over several years, it takes a long time to recoup the cost for the trader if you have a small deed. But if you have a big deed, then it's well worth it. And then hopefully the big deeds would be like scattered around somewhat, so it would make sense for the big deeds to get the trader, and then the traders would be available pretty much everywhere. I guess that's the intention anyway. Okay, I guess we failed with the ribbon there. So we're almost at 6. Wonder why we're failing now that we have higher quality materials, but I guess we have to fail sometime. There we go. Or I guess statistically we don't have to fail. But it is extremely likely. Oh! Envoh, are you here? Oh, there you are. Wow, you do really look like me. Oh, let's see if I can emote. Oh, you got a nice priest staff. It almost looks like I am holding a staff as well with this shaft. But it's a bit deceiving. Okay, you made some dye anyway. You got a nice purple satchel. So I guess you found some cave bugs. Let's see if we can do the last bits of this one. Then I think we have, yeah, then we have all of them. So now you made a long pilgrimage across the server borders even. And now you can see a little deed with your own eyes. Well, your character's eyes, I guess. Oh, that's also something. It's not. You don't see people's eye color very often because you don't go that close to people, I guess. But yeah, that should be the last of it. It took forever, yeah. I can guess so. I've only been to Melody once, but it did take quite some time. And I was new as well. Yeah, please do use the altar. It doesn't get used enough. Why did I do this? Yeah. Well, you only have yourself to blame, I guess. But at least you got to see this area of the Harmony server. Oh, here's Snap coming to greet you as well. There we go. So we can have a little bit of a tour here, but there's not much to show, honestly. There's just the well, there's the cereal fields and orchards and an extra iron vein. I don't know really how I have so many iron veins in this deed, but I think I found maybe 10. Oh, thank you, Envoy. Envoh, sorry, I keep almost saying Envoy for some reason. There is a lot to do yet on this deed, but I'm starting to like the look of it. This storehouse is a bit small, so I'm thinking I will expand it out over the fields here, so I'll have to remove some fields. Or move some fields, rather. Because it is a bit cramped when going into it. Yeah, the purple, it's a satchel, I guess. Very nice. I was actually thinking of getting a satchel at first, but then I tried putting all the things I have in my backpack in the satchel, and it didn't fit, sadly. Let's see if I can add you to permissions here so you can actually go into the mine. So that should work now. I hope you should be able to get into the mine now. You can actually see this test cladding I put up here. And all of the iron veins. Oh yeah, you can put satchels in your backpack. I have a satchel here. I usually put, like, if I don't fit all of the berries or fruits or whatever that I pick in my inventory, I use the satchel to carry more. I should probably have a few more satchels. It's just that it looks nice on your back as well. So I would like to have satchel maybe rather than this backpack. I mean, it looks okay. I think satchels look better. So here, what do you think? What would you put, sandstone brick or this rounded stone here? If you expected to find a horse, then I'm afraid you will be disappointed, because there are very few horses here. I mean, you could have one of my young horses, the ones I've bred, but I don't think they're very good, and they're all grey. So it's not like a very maybe not worth it going. And also, just true, you can't take the horses back to Melody. You don't have a creature cage and a big ship, which is a bit annoying right now, actually. I think. Oh, there's another ash there. I missed that. So here I'm trying to dig out a bigger chamber, but there's iron everywhere. So I keep getting stopped by these iron veins. I have to. This one is poor quality, so I'm gonna just hack it away, I guess. Guess that's all you can do. And I made a little statue here at least. Some decoration in the mine so far. I think you can make these of marble as well, so since I have marble right here, maybe I will make one of marble instead. I have to use the marble for something, right? Oh, since you're here anyway, by the way, Envoh, do you maybe need some marble? Then I can just give you access to get some, or I can mine some for you if you don't have a pickaxe with you. Do I have my pickaxe here? Oh yeah, here it is. Because there's plenty in this wall. Well, I think at least. I haven't mined out that much. And I think it's, I can check actually. I think it's good quality. Oh, you have marble. Okay. Oh, that's good. But this this vein is also kind of in the way, because then I have to make this turn around to get to the other part of the mine. Time to eat. Nice stream. Bye. Yeah, bye. Knapp. I will see you in the game. I think pretty soon. Have a nice dinner. I have to go soon as well. Actually, I have to eat something and tonight, I guess. How do I make the floor so nice? Yeah, I really like this floor. So how I did this was here. I'm going to do it here actually, so I can actually show you. But the first thing you have to do is you have to make the floor flat in the mine. So let's get one of these support beams. They're pretty heavy, so I don't think I can take more than one. I'm pretty slow anyway. Maybe I should just take the cart. Let's take the cart. Just put some support beams in there. We don't need all of them, I guess. So let's put down these on the floor. So what you do is first you level the floor in the mine so it says flat when you have your pickaxe activated. Otherwise I think it might work anyway, I don't know. But I usually make it. But I guess it works anyway. It should work anyway. And then you activate support beam. You have to make one of those first, of course. And then you right-click the floor and check or select Reinforce. And then it becomes reinforced like walls. You can put it on walls too, so they won't cave in. And what you do then is you get... Have I got anything? I got dirt there from the road building only. Got some mortar in here. And we take one mortar from here just to show you. And a marble brick, please. There. You can use different kinds of materials for the floor. Like stones and also planks, I think. But you select the mortar and you prepare the tile. It has to be reinforced first, and then you prepare it with mortar. And then it says prepared. Prepared reinforced cave floor. When it is prepared, you can use a marble brick or a stone brick or a rounded stone brick or anything else. Well, not anything else. Some other things. Mostly stone. And then you select pave, like on a normal packed dirt tile. Oh, hi! Sorry. Let's say Gipiolo? Is that correct? Sorry if I got that wrong. Welcome to the stream. And you're one of my neighbors across the water? That's nice. I think Rippins is also kind of my neighbor across the water. I think, is Envoh still here? Are you still here, Envoh? I don't know where you went. Maybe they went on an adventure. But Rippins is over here, I think it was. Oh, no one really knows how to say it. Yeah, sorry, I might have messed it up. But it's good that it was somewhat close anyway. So you live on this side somewhere. You live up here on the... I think there's a place called Rosethorn or something. Pretty close to the shore here. And I waved to someone up here on the... next to the tundra yesterday. I was in the forest for some reason, being a folk priest throws me there. Okay. Well, it is a very nice forest. I really like the look of the walnut trees. We have a lot of them though, but they're pretty nice. I try to keep the forest looking nice by cutting down only the overaged or very old trees in between the other trees, so it gets a bit thinned out, but it's still a nice looking forest. And then of course I replant the sprouts where there's a hole or an opening, because I want the forest to look nice, being a follower of foe especially. So yeah, you're just north of the COVID market in the same tiny peninsula. Okay, I see. I see. So you're somewhere around here then. That's very close, actually. I don't think I've ever been into this peninsula here, because I think I saw there were a lot of deeds there, a lot of built up. So there wasn't much I could like forage or harvest from the trees and such. Oh, you can't, but sorry, I haven't. I gave someone, I paid for my mailbox getting enchanted, so that person has permissions to use spells on the deed, but I can give you as well if I can. Oh, I'm confessing. Nice. I don't know what I have to confess, but That's nice. Envoh, let's give you... Where is it? Cast deity spells here. Oh. Oh, I didn't give it a name. Silly me. Of course I have to give it a name. Well, they can be called the same. And deity spells. There we go. So now you should be able to cast bless if you want. And that's very nice of you. Thank you. Will the old trees fall and new trees grow on their own? Well, they won't really fall as such. But I believe that the overaged trees will just kind of become a new sprout or a new very young tree on the same tile. I haven't seen it happen, but that's what I've heard. And they should spread around as well. Around where the trees are. Oh, thank you, Envoh. Actually, not quite sure what the bless does, but it's nice of you anyway. Yeah, so the trees should spread and plant sprouts around them, but it seems that the chance of that is fairly small. So I'm just replanting. Before I fell a tree, I check if it has a sprout, and then I take the sprout, and then I replant the tree somewhere else. Or in the same place if there's a lot of room around it, of course. But usually I tend to just thin out the forest so that it becomes a bit nicer looking. Yeah. So Envoh, are you in like a settlement with other people then? Since you said before, or Red Viper, I don't know what I should call you. I kind of had the same problem because I don't have the same Twitch name as my character name. I did not want to clear them out yet. That's a lot of work. Yeah. So yeah, it's good that they spread on their own as well, and that they like replant themselves. But I usually cut down the overage trees because, well, both because you get a lot of wood from them, and also that they at any time they can just become a new small tree, if that is indeed how it works. Are you in a settlement with Arch? Okay. Or Retro, yeah. I heard he doesn't really do much though, except stand around. At least that's what he says himself. But that's cool. I've thought about being in a village as well. Actually, I was planning on starting a village with some friends at launch, but then the other friends, well, they decided not to play Wurm. So I decided to start on my own instead. I mean, I like doing all the things pretty much in Wurm, so I like having my own deed. He's not been on in weeks, he mostly stands around the forge in a cave, yeah. I can see that. But I mean, everyone, that's a valid way to play Wurm as well. Everyone plays their own way. Even though, of course, it's good to maybe do something. Otherwise, you could have a chat client. He's been on the old server more at the moment. Oh yeah, I saw him on the official streams. He was on Xanadu. So I guess it's been roaming around there, maybe. How do you make the rock borders along the walkways? Oh, these ones, the curbs. These are actually, I really like these. I think they look nice, and you can walk over them, so I think that's like a benefit, that they don't block you, and they're very easy to make. The only thing you need is well, a hammer or a trowel, something to build with on the tile border, and then you need stone shards. 6 stone shards makes one of these curbs. Let's see, do I have anywhere? Yeah, over there. I wanted to make curbs over here, so I guess I can show that if I can remember where I put my trowel. Let me have a look in here. Trowel. That's a mess in that chest. This is a bit annoying as well. Every time I go close to my beehive, it says that I'm close to bees. Well, I know I put the beehive there. Okay, let's see. I think we should have some stone shards in here. A bit, yeah. We have a few stone shards. I think I can carry 6. Okay, I can. Not very easily, but that should work. Yeah, I can see now that what Knapp said. It says I select 6. You selected 6, it says. It doesn't say what I selected. That's why he couldn't see what he selected for his recipe. I'm still not sure what to put here, if I'm going to put the curb here as well. But I'm pretty sure I want the curb here. What I usually do is, I like using the crafting window. So, this is a bit steep though. You might need some skill to build in this steep slope. But you just add to the crafting window. This is my preferred way. You can also activate the trowel and then do fence, stone somewhere here. Yeah, curb. Build curb. But I prefer adding it to the window and then dragging the trowel in. And then I just find the stone here. Which is, of course, at the bottom here. And we'll build the curb. And that's it. You just add all of the, well, you wait for this to finish and then you add the 5 remaining stones. Or stone shards. And they don't have to be any good quality or anything. You can even leave it like, if you want to have fewer stones, you can just leave it incomplete like this. And you get spaced out stones instead of these more close to each other stones. Okay, 2 more. I think I need to drink some water too. That's another tip. I found this very helpful, or useful I should say. You can put the water on your tool belt and then you can just drink from here. You don't have to find the water, like I have it in my measuring jug here. You don't have to find it in your inventory. You just drink from your tool belt. So now we have a nice looking curb, and I'm going to put curb here as well, I guess, along the road, but not today, because I have to get something to eat. So I'm afraid I have to stop the stream here. But thank you very much to everyone who followed and who has been watching. Thank you very much to Envoh who came all the way here from Melody the over. I don't know exactly where you are on this coast, but somewhere around this lake, up through here, and then onto Harmony, around, and up here. That's a long way for a pilgrimage. So Envoh is a very dedicated folk priest. Both should be proud. Oh yeah, you can put satchels on the tool belt as well. So you can use that for when you're sowing, for instance. You can put seeds in your satchel, and then you can just click the satchel and sow the seeds. That's another good tip. Yeah, thank you, Envoh. So I'm sorry to have to leave you here, but yeah, I have to get some food because I'm starving. But I'm considering maybe streaming every Monday at least. We'll see how much work weighs me down. And we will wave goodbye to Envoh, and we will go to bed actually, because I should log out in bed. Yeah, so thank you very much for everyone who's been watching and for the follows, and have a very good night. I'll see you next time. Bye.